If you're not learning every day, you're staying the same. If you're staying the same, you're literally watching your potential drift away. It's literally slipping away from you. Have you ever noticed that some people can just walk into a room, barely raise their voice, but somehow everyone is listening to them? Yet there's other people who are the loudest in the room, and people are barely listening to what they're saying. Because most of the time, like me, I'm like, why are they yelling? Like, what were they yelling at? Like, you know? I get it if you're mad and you're in the moment, but like if you're just in a conversation talking about like a vacation or something, like why are you raising your voice so loud that to the point where like the whole entire room can hear you? Isn't it like an ABC conversation? See your way out of it? Like why is the whole C listening in on your conversation when you're like feet away? I always was a little confused about that. Growing up, I always thought that confidence meant speaking louder, talking more, and I couldn't have been more wrong. Something that I've learned over the past few years is that confidence is not something that you just put on. It's something that you become with repetition. And once I understood that, everything in my life started changing. The way I saw myself, the way people responded to me, the opportunities that I attracted into my life, and I'm going to explain to you exactly how I did that. So today I'm going to explain and share exactly what changed. So if you're someone who struggled with confidence, or you're trying to build a business, or you're trying to be a better communicator, this might completely change how you view confidence. Hi, I'm Mia. If you're new here, I create videos on personal growth, mindset, discipline, and becoming the highest version of yourself. I'm also a dancer and an author of my book Evolve, and someone who's just obsessed with learning why some people transform their lives completely and others just stay the same. A big part of my journey led me to write my guided journal Evolve, because I realized changing your life isn't about motivation. It's about becoming a totally new identity through consistent, disciplined actions repeated daily. And if that's something you're interested in, you're in the right place. So when I was younger, I was very disciplined in a very different way and place. What I spent most of my days on was my outside shell. I'm so happy that I went through that, because now I look back and I'm just like, if I would have spent like just half the amount of time and put all that energy into reading books, writing books, and doing all the things I'm doing right now, and did that like back then, I would have been so much more farther in life now. But you have to learn in lessons in life. They happen for a reason. So I'm here now learning and looking back. My whole entire perspective on my priorities and things changed clearly. You can't really go back. You can only move forward. So here I am. I'm reading every single day, educating myself every single day, even after finishing school, because if you're not learning, you're dying. That's what they say. Like, if you're not elevating yourself every single day to learn, you're just standing still, and to the point where you're actually losing out of touch with reality. Time is going to keep moving, and if you're over here and time is moving, you're actually falling behind. That's how I see it. That's how I feel when I'm dancing, like I'm in a bubble, and that's how you should feel in every aspect of life. Anywhere that I am going, I am owning my bubble. And if someone tries to pop it, that's on them. So this might be a little controversial right now, because I literally posted a video about a week ago where I was upset about something that happened in my life. And I should have, in that moment, not let another person bring me down and get a reaction out of me. You want to know why? Because that's what they wanted. They wanted to bring me down. They wanted to hurt me in some way, and they wanted to get a reaction out of me. And I literally gave them everything that they wanted, and I shouldn't have. Because you want to know why? Doing that made me lose my awareness, made me lose my self-control, made me lose my self-respect and respect their wishes over my wishes. So that whole entire test really has put me into a real bubble, to the point where like nobody can bring me down without my consent. Okay? And I will never give someone a consent to bring me down. If someone wants to talk down on me, belittle me in any way, talk about me in front of my face, what I'm going to do is not react. What I'm going to do is take my bubble in a different location and do something that will benefit me in some way, that will give out positive energy, not give out negative energy, make me regret giving out any energy towards that negativity. Back to what we were talking about, confidence. It's really a beautiful thing to look back at your old identity and being like, okay, I don't want you to be scared anymore, and I don't want you to be not confident anymore. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna be so confident and so not scared to talk in front of a bunch of people. I don't care how many people I'm talking in front of, I'm gonna own my bubble. That's something that I really was like, I cannot believe I used to be scared to present something in front of about 30 people, and now I'm talking in front of a camera, even though there's like nobody around me. I know and intend for this video to reach more than 30 people. So it's funny how like your mind is really pretty much the projection of what is gonna come to you. So like basically, a long time ago, my projection would be like, I hope this is over soon. I don't like this. I don't want to be talking to 30 people, blah, blah, blah. And now I'm literally like, I hope I reach at least 1 million people. I want to give my message out to as many people as possible. I want to help as many people as possible. I want people to understand how powerful confidence really is, and how it's not about being the loudest person in the room. It's about really the words that you're saying and how genuine you really are. And that shift changed everything. Think about it. Music artists, for instance. How many music artists literally reach over 1 million views, 500 million views, 1 billion views? Like, they didn't just wake up one day and go from like 0 broke to that much success. That's just not what happened. They literally focused on improving. They literally focused on becoming the version of themselves that are literally worth it enough and attract that value from all of these people. Look beyond the music. Look at how these music artists that literally are blowing up with 20 million, 50 million, 100 million and beyond. Look at how they carry themselves. Look at how they move. Look at how they speak. They're not speaking to a little classroom of 30 people. No. Even though they have a little tiny camera and they're like doing their show for music video, these artists are literally visualizing in their mind that this is gonna reach so many people. So I need to put my best energy, my best focus, my best everything. They own it. They own their bubble. They're owning it. And that's how they reached millions and millions and millions consistently over and over again. They didn't just wake up like that. So honestly, when you hear someone in the room like being so loud, I honestly feel like it's because they're trying to fill the silence and they're like uncomfortable with it being a little bit quiet. But the most confident people are okay and feel so comfortable and grounded with pauses. Their words actually hold weight. They don't just speak in a volume. People are actually listening and actually valuing and respecting each word that they are saying. And that's where true confidence comes in, not by being the loudest person in the room. I actually think it's the opposite. Actually, I know it's the opposite. Confident people are not afraid of pauses. They don't interrupt. they don't over explain, and they don't rush. They trust that their words can stand on their own. So here are 3 ways that you can sound more confident. 1, don't rush. Take your time. Slow down. You don't need to rush through every word in a sentence. In fact, when people hear people rushing, they almost are like trying to catch up with what you were just saying, and they're just in their own mind, like, why is this person talking so fast? I can't keep up with them. They're not really listening. When you slow down and let people catch every word, that's when confidence is built. That's when people naturally lean in and your words feel more intentional. Number 2, stop over explaining. You don't owe everyone a 5-minute explanation. Sometimes 1 sentence is enough. I'm honestly like guilty of this because I'm always like trying to explain why something happened, and I'm not like the one to blame, and it's this or that or this or that. But honestly, no matter how much you try to explain something to someone, that is not going to always change their mind. They will literally just disregard everything you just said and continue thinking how they're thinking. You cannot like force someone to think something else and rewire their brain. Like, that's just not how it happens. So you might as well just save yourself 5 minutes, put it into a book, and give them a 1-line sentence like, you got it. Like, think how you are. Go ahead. Doesn't bother me. And number 3 is lower your voice slightly. It really creates more authority. Think about the people that you actually respect. They just speak with intention, and that's literally what it is. When you speak with intention, you're speaking with confidence. And honestly, in the beginning, it might feel a little bit like weary and like not really comfortable, but with everything in life, consistency is key. So many people ask me, how am I such a good dancer? Honestly, consistency. Whatever you're putting your energy towards is literally going to grow. If you're constantly writing every single day, you are bringing out creativity, and then more creativity is going to come, and then more creativity is going to come, and more creativity. If you are dancing every day, you're just going to keep getting better and better and better and better. It doesn't get worse. There's no way that you can get worse on anything that you're constantly improving and working on. It's just like math. Honestly, it's like the more salads you eat every single day, you're gonna get less healthy? No, you're gonna be more healthier because you're eating more salads. It basically is with everything in life. Talking, for instance, when I first started YouTube, I was like a little girl afraid to pop out of her shell. Now I'm here talking grounded with authority. I am slow with my words and low with my voice because I understand that that is how confidence is portrayed. I understand that confident people, they don't yell at their camera and they don't rush through their words like a million miles per minute. You need to really slow down, and the people who will respect you and your words and find value in you, those are the people that will gravitate towards you, and those are the people you need. The people who don't respect you, that don't feel any value in what you're saying, you don't need those people in your life, so just pretend that they don't even exist. They don't exist in your life anyway, and we don't need those type of people anyway. Really talk to one person when you're doing anything. Talk to one person and talk to them like they respect you, they value your time. And communication is not just speaking, it's also listening. When I started learning and like really focusing in on sales and communication from a mentor, I learned something so valuable. The best communicators aren't trying to like win a conversation. They are trying to understand the person that they are talking to. If you don't understand the person in front of you, how are you going to help them? The same thing applies for content creation. You're not making videos for everyone. You're making videos for one person only. For me, it's the person that I used to be, the girl who chased validation through appearance, the girl who confused attention with confidence, and the girl who worked so hard on things that really wasn't changing her life or her mindset the way that she's doing now. And then in order to change your identity, you have to stop asking yourself, what do I need to add into my life to change? You really need to subtract. You have to take things out. You can't keep filling a cup that's already full. Like they say, you have to empty the cup out in order to fill it up. So it's literally that. In order for me to start reading more, learning more, taking things like more seriously in certain aspects of my life, like in sales or creating products, like writing my book, I had to take out things. I can't just make more hours in a day. You have to detach from things that aren't benefiting you. So instead of working out 5 hours a day, I cut it down to like 1 to 2 hours a day, or like a half hour on certain days. You have to subtract in order to add. You have to detach. You have to let go of things that are not really helping you grow, not lifting you up. So the best thing to do is just to detach from an identity and really mold yourself into a whole new identity. What I love to do is write down a new identity for yourself and exactly what those habits and disciplines are of that identity. Whatever that person does every single day, you need to do that and detach completely, let go completely of that old identity. It doesn't exist anymore. For some people, that's pretty hard to do because you're so used to doing the same thing over and over again. I get that. If you have a goal in your mind and that goal is tied to a certain identity, for instance, if you want to be a millionaire, if in order to be a millionaire, you need to be the identity of a person that is a millionaire. What do they do? What do millionaires do? They wake up super early, they read, they write, they journal, they eat super healthy, they work on their fitness, they do valuable things, they work on their skills, they're always learning, they're always doing something to empower them and get them steps closer to being a millionaire or maintaining their millionaire lifestyle. A millionaire is not going to gossip. A millionaire is not going to care about what other people think. They only care about the steps that they need to take in order to be a millionaire or maintain their millionaire lifestyle. A millionaire is not going to waste their time on little things, like they're gonna hire someone to do it for them. A millionaire is, like, you get what I'm trying to say? Like, you have to let go of this mindset and identity of your old self, and whatever the person that you want to be, you have to embody it and become that person, like truly. Like, that person does not exist in you anymore. Like, you don't do all of those things that you were doing anymore because now you're doing this. It's a really big change. Like, you're literally like in between like two different people, and I get that, but that's the only way to evolve. And that's exactly why I wrote my book, because that's something that I struggled with. That practice makes perfect. You have to keep going every single day. Like, I've been doing this for, I think, 3 to 4 months now, and I already feel so much closer, and I already feel like a new identity. It's just like 3 to 4 months is not too long enough for me. When I'm in that new identity for 3 to 4 years, that's enough time for me to say, like, who was that person? 3 to 4 months? It's not even in the half a year bracket yet, but I am so much further away than like 3 to 4 weeks. So I'm so proud of myself. So yeah, you can't simply become something new while protecting your old identity. Even if it's just a little tiny bit of your old identity, no, you have to let go. No matter how hard, the devil will come for you. It will. It will literally test you. And it's really God that's testing you to see like how genuine you are in being persistent enough and disciplined enough to be this new identity. Because every test that you fail brings you back 10 feet. So it's a testing phase, and it's hard, but it's simple. Hard and simple are two different things. If you can get past the hard phase and be like, yeah, it's hard, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Yeah, I'm tired, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Yeah, it's boring, like it's a consistent thing over and over and over and over and over again, but it is boring, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Successful people became successful people by doing the same thing over and 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 over again. And they're still doing it over and over and over again. It doesn't matter how tired they are. It doesn't matter how lonely they feel. It doesn't matter what anyone around them thinks. It doesn't matter how upset or fatigued or anything that they are. People need time to rest, and that's why these people that are successful, they go to sleep every night at the same time. They wake up every day at the same time. They do everything at the same time. Every video that I post teaches me something. Every conversation I have teaches me something. Everything that I go through, every lesson, every test that I go through teaches me something. If I never post, I'll never learn. If I never learn, I'll never improve. And if I never improve, how can I expect my life to change at all? That's why I think success is like an invisible mountain. You don't just jump to the top of the mountain. You literally have to earn each step. Each discipline habit takes you one step closer to the top of the mountain. One habit, one lesson, one conversation, one post, just one step every single day consistently, that will get you to the top of the mountain. It all comes down to you and your mind and the actions that you believe is possible. For instance, we're going a little bit off topic, but if you believe in your heart and soul that one day you're going to earn $1 million from whatever type of business that you have, that's going to happen because you believe it. But if you don't believe it and you're like, that'll never happen for me, I don't understand how people can do that, it doesn't make any sense, and you're just talking negatively about the fact that you will not earn $1 million, it won't happen. It won't happen. But if you believe in your soul and your heart that you're going to earn $1 million, you're going to earn $1 million. It might not be in 6 months. It might not be in a year. It might not be in 2 years. It might be in 5. It might be in 10. But if you believe it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. If you set a goal, it's gonna happen at a certain time, and you start working towards that with a schedule and a plan that gets you to that exact thing at that exact time, that's when you trick the system and you actually get there. But that's for another video. So if there's one thing you take away from this video, I hope it's this. Confidence is not about being louder. It's not about pretending to be fearless or anything like that. It's about believing in yourself and trusting yourself enough to keep showing up no matter what's going on around you outside your bubble. Even before the results arrive, even before anyone applauds for you, even before anyone notices, every version of yourself is built by the choices you keep repeating. Repetition is key with everything. Study all successful people and you will see that they have the most boring life because they keep repeating the same thing all the time. But that's how they became successful people. It's always about thinking about the future and doing the same thing all the time that actually maintains that for them. Become someone worth listening to, and then people will start listening. You don't just wake up and people will start listening to you. You have to be that person first. Thank you so much for watching. If this video helped you in any way, I'd appreciate if you share this with someone who might need to hear it too. And if you're on your own journey of becoming your higher self, then consider subscribing. See you in the next one.